So I'm back on here again, and I figured I'd do a little reading, per se. Don't know which deck I want to use. I haven't used my very first Oracle deck that I ever got in a couple of years, and I really like them because they're very much fairy-like. And so it's either going to be Colette Baron with reads, or it's going to be Ethne Dawn's Goddess Oracle, or my fairy, or it just might be both. So the reason I am doing this reading is because my friend Carrie posted a video, and it was just an innocent video. You know, it was one of them enjoying the outside in the rain. Her niece, Desiree, kind of blasted on her post. It was a disappointment, just to say the least. But then I dig deeper, and I felt what she was posting. And even though my friend Carrie told me, it's because, this and this and that, and every time that she goes there, there's always fights, and Desiree's always screaming at my niece. And I was upset because my niece does not deserve that. I mean, even when she's over here with me and they get into something crazily stupid as to plug my sink with paper, and knowing that it's going to clog my sink, I try not to scream, because I don't want, and I even do it with my daughter, I try not to lose my temper with her. And they're just kids, and to hear that Desiree just yells at her constantly when they're over there, and my sister, Carrie is like my sister, got sick and tired of it, and I don't blame her for that. I really, truly don't blame her for that, because I would have done the same thing. I would not have stopped loving her or, anything, but I would have just not gone over there anymore. So I was messaging Carrie, and I was like, I said, I get it. She feels abandoned. She feels forsaken. I understand that, but that is not a reason to be blasting in on FB. Instead, she needs to go and talk to you. And Carrie was like, she won't do that. She'll just do it on FB. And I'm like, well, that's not a way of doing it. I said, and I explained to her, I said, she's hurt. She has a lot of anger. She has a lot of pain. And that, in her mind, she thinks that keeps her safe, protected. If she loses that, then she becomes vulnerable, and she's afraid of getting hurt. But in all honesty, she is pushing the ones that have loved her through everything that has happened to her or she has done, away. Even the one that has loved her as her own, away. And she's like, yeah. And so I felt compelled to do this reading. Sometimes, as whatever you call us, spiritualists, mediums, witches, fortune tellers, whatever you call us. We are people to be, to give hope and enlightenment. And I just felt like I really needed to come on here and talk about, you know, this kind of subject, because it happens more often than not. And, you know, even myself, I have done that. In a way, I think I still do it, because I am afraid of falling in love again. And it kind of hit home for me that and then, you know, there's the fear of not really wanting to get close to somebody, because I have a daughter and I want to make sure that the person that comes into her life is there to stay for good. But I shut down myself when it comes to falling in love again. Unlike my best friend, and I love her to death, I love Carrie to death, she falls repetitively. And it's always, she comes to me for these kind of answers. And it's always, is he the one? For me, is he the one? And what I usually say to that is, if you have to ask that question, then you already know the answer, because you feel it in your heart, and you feel it in every breath you take. But I feel this one could possibly be her true soulmate. So I feel like he's the one. There's a couple of glitches that, you know, I don't work well with him. It's all about, you know, the drug use, and it's just cannabis. And I understand that if you have a disease, if you have a disorder and it's prescribed to you, that is good. But if you do it recreational and you do it to hide or to run from something that has happened so traumatically in your past, it's just causing more problems. And you need to deal with it. Hence the shadow work is so important, because it deals with those issues. And it's hard to really take a step back and reevaluate your whole thought process and those deep-rooted issues and emotions that you're running from. But in a long run, it's causing more problems. So anyways, beside that, I'm gonna show you how to be able to put those in there. Oh. Anyways, besides that, there's going to be 3 cards of each tarot deck or oracle deck that I am doing. So the first one, of course, I chose my Ethnie-Dawn. And I'm not asking a specific question. I'm just, you know, an underlining, I guess it would be, I want to see how she can move past it. And I probably already know the answer to this, but you're going to see. The Maiden. The Mother. Oh my gosh. Archetypes. And Kali and the protective or shadow side. Okay, so already I see the Maiden is more of the young woman. She is young, she is full of hope. She is the aspect of the three faces of the moon. It is before becoming a mother. And this deals with, to me, life purposes, because even men, you go through the sage and the elder and become a father figure, and then you have the crone, or it would probably be the elder in this aspect. So when I see this and just not looking at, you know, the meaning behind these cards, help me decipher this card. It's more about, I think, inner child. She's still young. But, you know, I'm going to, I said I wasn't, but I'm going to read it. She is an archetype. The Maiden. Independence. Okay, so it says there is no time like right now to live a life that you love. The Maiden is calling you to do what you have been longing to do and not wait for anyone else's permission. While it can be scary going out alone, you get to make your own rules. Every choice you make is an opportunity to grow. Sure, you'll make mistakes, but that is when you'll learn the most about yourself and your abilities. Mistakes are inevitable, so lean into the fact that nothing and no one is perfect. Don't be afraid to push your limits. You'll never know what you are capable of if you stay in your comfort zone. There is nothing more empowering than being in control of your life. So the mother is after the maiden. Okay, yes, I know. I have the cards out. You want to be right in front of them. My little familiar. There's always being in front of it, huh? Yeah, you have. Well, you have. So, the mother is trust. So, again, we see trust. She has trust issues because of what's going on. Okay, move, move, move. Yeah, that's what I thought. Yep, yep, yep. I was right. Okay. I know. I know. Kali in reverse. Or shadow. To be honest, I'm surprised I didn't pull that one for her. Time. Clock, skulls, and weapon. I release the past and embrace the now. I knew this. I had a feeling. We're in the shadow. If Kali has come to you and you're reading in a shadow position, it is called to the goddess to let go of the past. That time is over. Whatever you have been holding on to, good or bad, is long gone. Clinging to the way things were or focusing on the past too much wastes the present moment. The past can chain us down with its weight if we allow it to. Time to embrace the Kali energy and break free. If you have feared what is not in store for your future, you can also work with Kali in her protective aspect to help you move forward with courage. So there's those cards. Wow. Are such a sweetie. She's my little familiar. Always my little familiar. Yes, you are. Now, I'm going to draw 3 cards for this one. You make it difficult. Oh. Yeah. You can still be a part of the reading. Yes. I know that's what you want, huh? Yeah. Always comes when I'm doing a reading or anything like this. She's such a good familiar. Puts forth her energy in it, huh? Yeah. Okay. Shuffle. Ooh, the Elf Queen. so already I'm seeing a pattern. We got the Elf Queen. And this is introverted burdens and responsibilities. Number 13. And it says this. You have responsibilities that have accumulated to the point that you no longer feel free. You have dimmed your own bright light, and the world longs for you to shine once again. One by one, I ask you to take these burdens, anything that feels heavy, whose energy does not come from love, but from fear. Any demands and expectations that no longer meet your needs, and release them with love. There is no rejection in this gesture. It is a simply time to re-establish your own personal boundaries. You may even be carrying burdens that rightly belong to other people. Please release them now. Without this clearing, you may well feel you are carrying too much on your own shoulders and are unable to see the path ahead of you. As you release the beginnings of the sweet and tender freedoms that is your birthright will make themselves known to you. You are now free to love and care for others more effectively, as you will be acting out of love, not forcing yourself. If you clearly ask for support, other people will love and support you in all that you do. We have the initiative, fertilization, and action. So already I see that there is going to need to be action taking place. She's going to have to do some heavy work. 34. The Green Man. Not so long ago, all was quiet, dark, and cold. But something has changed, and it will manifest into your world in significant ways, through you and all around you. This is a time of renewal, a time of new beginnings and connections for you. Your energy will be extending itself easily, and you will fall in love with the new world you are creating. This is a time for you to actively pursue what is you wish to create in your life, and to acknowledge the presence of the powerful new energies all around you, all about you. Each day will bring these changes, and it is as if life force itself is surging through you, and every cell radiates this bright, strong, fierce new energy. To be effective, this energy must be directed, not tamed, but given place to flow into. And thus you must choose and shape the energies you are experiencing. Nature and its energy shall pour through you when this card comes forth. It is necessary for you to quickly begin to shape these forces in meaningful ways. This is also a time when you no longer see sharp distinctions between what is outside of yourself and what is within. You feel linked, connected, a part of great natural magical whole, and it empowers you into brave, open-hearted action. Go forward and thrive, dear one. Number 45. The Ancient is so old, she is almost beyond time. She is able to speak the truth without compromise, as are you. When this card comes to you, she is so old, has experienced so much, learned and taught so many lessons, that she has become powerful and influential, just as you are becoming too. So too are you growing older, coming into wisdom. She knows that while others are now going to come to you for advice and guidance, she sees humanity, your faults and your flaws and your feelings of unworthiness. She wishes to reassure you. Others will come to you, seeking knowledge, awaiting blessings and initiation, and oblivious to the consequences of the path they wish to walk. Wisdom, true wisdom, understands complexity, and you have developed this quality. The Ancient is honorable and human, yet more than human. She is courageous and has made sacrifices, as have you. She is straight through comforting illusions, as you do. She represents ancient traditions and the challenge of defining the self, yet remaining within the tradition that you value. And this too is one of your challenges. So take responsibilities in your life. You'll face the battle of choices, and you will be the antidote to gurus and dominant personalities who claim to have all the answers. The Ancient recognizes the challenge of being a teacher. This immersion in a world to learn the ancient arts and venerate with wisdom and old ways can be expressed in many forms. But everything you are now learning has value. She has the responsibility for ancient secrets and the contact between worlds. She is wise, and she has learned to consider every word that falls from her lips, even as she longs to call out for freedom. I think that is more like dealing with me, this card. Okay. Now for these. The armadillo and the ant. So we have co-create with spirit, and then we have set healthy boundaries. Okay, again, we're dealing with boundaries, and we have time to collaborate. Oh, it is hotter than a ready to light here. Oh my gosh. Look, kitty. Alright. Here we are. So, these are the last 3 cards. So you have 9 cards together, different oracles. So this is the first one. And it's co-create with spirit. I think I've had that before. 17. As you can tell, I've tagged these. So, 17. Here we are. Oracle message is this. As you look around you, can you sense the magic that pulses through the world? Have you witnessed how every thought can become a thing? How every intention can call the universe into action. As the sacred laws shape what you experience, the universe works in perfect order. When you align your thoughts and feelings and beliefs with spirit, you will want to crow with delight, feeling the excitement and wonder of being in harmony with something much larger than yourself. Crow Spirit says you are right on target now to see your dreams magically come into being in the visible world. The law of abundance, compensation, frequency, and praise are operating in your favor now. Remember to be grateful and praise what is yours, even if it is still coalescing into form, still residing in the invisible realms of co-creation. No matter what area of your life you're concerned with now, what you hope for is on its way, for Spirit is your co-creation partner. The armadillo is number 3. I think I've had the armadillo before. Set healthy boundaries. Learning to set healthy boundaries is the gift of Armadillo Spirit. You are entering a phase where, in order for you to be in alignment with your intentions and co-create your best life, you may have to be discerning and say no to many things that may have been okay for you in the past. This also means that you need to learn where you end and where others begin. What is yours to own and what is not. Know your limits. And understand that it's an empowering choice to say no to what doesn't feel right. Armadillo Spirit is here to tell you it's time to be honest with yourself about what you really want. Be clear on what you are agreeing to. Declare what your needs are. And say no as a full sentence. These are acts of respect and kindness to others as well as to yourself. Trust your body's signals and you will know what to do. Armadillo Spirit guides you in making good decisions that are grounded in a strong sense of what belongs to you and what doesn't. And then we have the last card, the ant. Number 1. We'll go to the very beginning. 1. Time to collaborate. When Ant Spirit comes to visit, it's to celebrate the benefits of working in a partnership with others as part of a community or tribe. Spirit reminds you that to build your dream, you need to work with others, accept help, and trust in your most important partnership, the one you have with Spirit. Your intentions will come to fruition if you remain awake and focused on co-creating your reality. with others and with spirit. Remember that the world around you can easily seduce you if you don't have some sort of practice or discipline, like meditation, to keep you on track as you build the life you desire. Connecting with others and having accountability partners can be very helpful, as it's unlikely that everyone will fall asleep at the same time. The other message and Spirit holds is that you are now at an auspicious time to ask for help and receive it. Whether you need help assembling a team, finding a new tribe, or requesting assistance from others who are there for you, everything is working to support you right now. So that is that. It's a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful thing. So let's see if I can. This is supposed to go somewhere where I can pull it out, but I don't think I'm going to have it that way. I want to get her other decks, the 7 energies. I would love to have that deck. I would just love to have that deck. But I've already gotten Bridget's deck on the way that's going to be unboxed on the 4th. And once I get Bill caught up and everything else, then maybe I will get the whole collection of hers and go from there. So, nothing like a good read. So I think I'm going to get off here and watch the rest of my Touched by an Angel and hopefully get some sleep. I'll see you later. Bye.